Hey YouTube, welcome back to Live Long and Freeze Dry. We are continuing working on freeze drying the contents of one of our chest freezers and getting everything packaged and put up in our food storage area. What I did this last weekend was on Saturday I made a turkey dinner, and then I also made Lobster Bisque to go along with it, and then took the leftovers, and I've got 3 trays of turkey meat, 1 tray of the Lobster Bisque, and a tray of mashed potatoes. And we're going to go ahead and get all of these put into the Blue Alpine and get them freeze dried and then put into long-term storage. I was really interested to see how the Lobster Bisque is going to turn out. I don't know that there's a whole lot of... I didn't use a whole lot of butter or oil when I made it, but there is a lot of milk and cream, so forth in there. But we got the Blue Alpine cooling down. It's already down to 15 below in there. So I'm going to put the bisque in the middle tray slot, because they tend to be a little bit. The center tray just seems to dry better than the rest, or at least better than the bottom tray. The bottom shelf just seems not to dry as quickly as the others. So I take the one that's going to take the longest and put it in the middle. I can kind of balance everything out. But there we have 3 trays of turkey, tray of Lobster Bisque, tray of mashed potatoes. We'll close that on up. Now I did have this stuff in the freezer for at least 12 hours, so I don't have to go through the entire 9-hour refreeze on this. I'm going to drop this down. I'm going to drop this down to about 4 hours. And that will put this completion time sometime tomorrow morning, 6-7 o'clock. It's like 4 o'clock now. And we'll get back and check it all out, take out what's done, if anything needs to stay in for a little longer, which the Lobster Bisque might need a little longer because of how much liquid's in there. And then we'll get this stuff packaged up and put up. Long-term food storage, being responsible for your own needs. With things that are going on in the world right now, it's even more imperative for everybody to look at their own situation and figure out, do I have what I need when stuff goes sideways? Because I mean, we're just right there. There's just too much crazy going on. You get people in Washington right now that are arguing about whether or not you have to be a citizen and prove who you are to vote. The other day I ordered cold medicine from Walmart, and I had to sign for it and show a picture ID. Tell me where the sense is in that. World's crazy. You got to take care of your own. You got to take care of your own family. Take care of your own food situation. My choice was to go with the Blue Alpine Freeze Dryer so that I can put up food for when we need it. So yeah, I'll be back to check on this tomorrow sometime, and we'll get it all out of there and show you what it looks like. Appreciate y'all showing up. We'll see you in a bit. 800 M4. Tray temp is up where it needs to be. I'm going to go ahead and put this on pause. Equalize the pressure here. We'll open up and check out our bids. First tray is the mashed potatoes. They're done. We have some dark meat turkey. turkey breast. Nice and crispy. More dark meats. Looks really good. You can see there's a little bit of grease there on the tray. Not bad. And now, the big question, did the Lobster Bisque freeze dry? And I'm thinking, that's a heck yeah. That is fantastic. Okay, we'll close her up. Stop. And defrost. Let it go about its business there. My next batch is going to be a couple of trays of canned peaches, a couple trays of blueberries, and a tray of milk. But we'll go ahead and get this stuff all packaged up. And I am going to keep a little bit of that Lobster Bisque out because I want to reconstitute it and see how it tastes. But first things first, let's get a bag for the turkey. Go ahead and put a label on it, as this will be going into long-term storage. And that would have been, oh my goodness, 3/31/26. So just by looking here, I'm thinking there's probably at least four servings that we can add to our running total on our 365 meal challenge that we're doing. And I think that's going to put us up close to 100 meals. There's just no good way of doing this. Yeah, I'm using my hands, but you know what? This is for us. I'm not handing this out. The oxygen absorber in there. And give it a heat seal. Now, we have reconstituted freeze-dried turkey breast before. You can't tell that it didn't just come out of the oven. And again, everybody talks about this stuff like it's sorcery. It's not. We're just pulling all the water out of it, and then we put all the water back in. I am going to have to order some more jars. I'm going to do up the mashed potatoes first, because I don't mind having a little bit of a lobster bisque or a little bit of potato added to the lobster bisque flavor, but I don't want lobster bisque added to the potatoes. And I'm not taking the blender upstairs to wash it out for the sake of that. So we'll buzz up the mashed potatoes real quick. lobster bisque and turkey dinner. Run through the Blue Alpine Freeze Dryer. Success all around. And I can't wait to reconstitute some of that bisque and see what it's going to taste like. I'm sure it's going to be great, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. There was this time I thought I was mistaken, but I was not. So, I'm going to leave you at that, YouTube. Appreciate you checking in with us again. If you're thinking about possibly taking responsibility for your own food security, I highly recommend that you check out getting into freeze drying. And I highly recommend these guys over at Blue Alpine. There will be a link in the description. Give them a buzz. Check them out online. If nothing else, just get your questions answered. And then you do the math and see if it works out for you. It definitely has worked out for us. Like I said, we're doing some fruit and milk in the next one, and we'll see how that goes, and we'll get back with you. Appreciate you being here. Please give me a like, a share, a subscribe, leave a comment. Any questions, let me know. I'll get back with you. Until the next time, live long and freeze dry. This is the freeze-dried lobster bisque. It came out of the freeze dryer earlier today, and I have got some water heated up, cup ready, and we're gonna see how this thing reconstitutes and see what it tastes like. Alright. I'm gonna start here with just a couple of heaping teaspoons. And we'll start adding some hot water. You know, bisque typically it's going to be a little thicker than a soup or a broth, so we'll go with 4. Let me do a little bit more. Now, obviously, because we freeze dried it and then put it through the Ninja, we're not going to have any chunks of lobster meat, but we should get all the flavor and all the goodness out of that. Let me go here and take a sip and see what it's like. And yes, that is sourdough bread that was made using my the freeze-dried sourdough starter that I made. Oh, wow. Yeah, wicked good. Definite winner. This will be a do-over. I'm making another batch of bisque this weekend for we having dinner over with the kids on Sunday, and Matt requested lobster bisque. I hadn't made it in a while, so this was a trial run. Obviously worked out well, so we'll be doing it again. And there you have it. Freeze-dried lobster bisque. Make a bunch. Have a meal. Take the rest. Throw it through your Blue Alpine. And then you've got it whenever you need it. Whenever you want it. Okie doke. We're going to leave it at that. Well, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Be well, be safe, and most importantly, live long and freeze dry.